The rain falls hard on the cracked asphalt. The wind seems to moan through the abandoned buildings. Route 66, once full of life, now sleeps under a blanket of darkness and mystery. Miles and miles of asphalt disappear into the horizon, like silent witnesses to a glorious past. But under the storm, something feels unsettling. A shiver that runs down your spine. Something lurks in the shadows, something ancient and unexplainable. Route 66, the Mother Road. A road that has witnessed countless stories and adventures over the years. A symbol of hope during the Great Depression, a road west and the promise of a better life. During those difficult times, Route 66 became a beacon of hope for those seeking to escape poverty and find new opportunities. Millions of people traveled it, leaving behind stories etched in the asphalt. Entire families packed their belongings and ventured on this epic journey, hoping for a brighter future. Joys, sorrows, broken dreams, and renewed hopes. Every mile traveled was full of emotions, from the euphoria of a new beginning to the despair of setbacks along the way. But some stories refuse to disappear. The abandoned buildings and desolate landscapes tell their own stories, as if time has stood still in those places. They cling to the earth, to the abandoned buildings, whispering in the wind. Every corner of Route 66 has an echo of the past, a whisper of the lives that once traveled it. They are the ghosts of Route 66, as if the past wanted to make itself present in reality. These specters remind us that history is never really dead, but lives on in memories and in the places that once witnessed great events. Today, Route 66 remains a popular destination, attracting travelers from all over the world seeking to experience a piece of American history. Restoration efforts have revived many of its landmarks, allowing new generations to discover and appreciate its legacy. So the next time you travel Route 66, remember that you are not only traveling a road, but also a path full of stories, dreams, and ghosts of the past. Every mile has something to tell, and every stop is a window to the past. On the lonely stretch of highway, a figure appears under the dim moonlight. A man, dressed in clothes from another time, is looking for a ride. Many claim to have seen him, with his hand outstretched, his gaze lost in the distance. Some drivers stop, but he vanishes into thin air. A soul in pain, trapped in an endless loop? Or a warning of the dangers of the road? The mystery remains. The night on Route 66 is deep, filled with silence. But in the distance, lights appear, unexplained flashes floating on the horizon. Some speak of bright lights, moving very fast. Others of vehicles that appear and disappear without a trace. Unexplained natural phenomena? Or signs of an unknown energy that fills the route? The questions are many and the answers few. The whisper of the wind, voices from beyond. In the ghost towns that line Route 66, silence is total. But some travelers swear they've heard something else. Ghostly voices whispering names in the dark. Music from another era coming from abandoned buildings. Unexplained sounds that have no explanation. Hallucinations caused by isolation, or echoes of the past that creep into reality. The line between the real and the paranormal becomes blurred. Haunted hotels, testimonials frozen in time. In every dark corner and deserted hallway, stories are hidden that defy logic and reason. The motels and hotels along Route 66 have witnessed many stories. From lone travelers to families seeking adventure, each left their mark on these places. Some hide dark secrets, memories of tragedies that do not disappear. The walls seem to whisper the laments of those who once stayed there. Cold rooms despite the desert heat. It's as if time has stood still, trapping the chill of past events. Things that move on their own. Doors that open and close without explanation. Lights that flicker, and objects that change places. Fleeting apparitions in the hallways. Shadows that glide along the walls. Spectral figures that disappear in a blink. Staff and guests share chilling experiences. Tales of encounters with the unexplained, of sleepless nights and feelings of being watched. Testimonials that accumulate over the years, creating a web of mystery around these places. Each story adds one more layer to the legend. Would you dare to spend a night in one of them? The next time you travel Route 66, you might just find something more than just a place to rest. The Girl on the Curve, an immortal tragedy. A story that has endured over the years, enveloping all who hear it in a cloak of mystery and terror. Every road has its legend, a story that is passed down from generation to generation. These stories are not just tales, but warnings, echoes of the past that remind us of the dangers that lurk in the dark. On Route 66, it's the story of the girl on the curve, a legend that has left an indelible mark on the memory of those who have traveled this historic highway. A young woman who died tragically in a car accident. Her life was extinguished in an instant, leaving behind a trail of pain and mystery. Now, her ghost is said to roam the highway, seeking revenge. Her presence is a constant reminder of the tragedy that occurred on that fateful night. Drivers say they have seen a young woman asking for a ride, her face pale under the moonlight. Her figure appears out of nowhere, like a spectre emerging from the shadows. They say that her gaze conveys an infinite sadness, a reminder that life is fragile. Her eyes, full of pain, seem to tell a story of suffering and loss, a story that can never be forgotten. Accounts of her apparition have been documented in newspapers and magazines, becoming part of local folklore. The girl on the curve is not just a legend, but a symbol of the tragedy and mystery that surround Route 66. Every time someone sees her figure, they are reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of driving carefully. The girl on the curve remains an enigma, a presence that reminds us that some stories never die. The vastness of Route 66 is home to more than just human spirits. There is also talk of ghostly animals, creatures that seem to defy death. Black dogs running alongside cars, disappearing into the darkness. Wolves howling at the moon from the hills. Blackbirds circling overhead. Are these animals guardians of the route, protecting travelers? Or are they signs of bad luck, warnings that something bad is coming? Some believe that Route 66 is not only full of ghosts, but also has portals to other dimensions, points where reality and the unknown mix. Strange lights, objects that disappear and reappear, and distortions in time and space fuel these theories. Is it possible that Route 66 is a road to the unknown, a place where the laws of physics don't work the same? The ghost stories of Route 66 are scary. They are fascinating and disturbing. But are they real? Or are they figments of the imagination, fueled by the history and mystery surrounding the highway? It's easy to think they're just urban legends, but the stories persist. They are told from generation to generation. Is there any truth to them? Perhaps the answer depends on how much you believe. Route 66 remains a mystery, a place where the supernatural and the real meet. Do you dare to explore further? Share your own experiences, comments, and theories. Subscribe so you don't miss any details of this exciting investigation. Ring the bell to receive notifications and join us on this journey into the unknown.